to bring out our next comic. He's a good friend, a dear friend, and he's about to kick my ass in the Detroit to LA competition at Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle on July 20th. I'll give any of you a hug if you come and vote for me. Here he comes. He is a very talented and lovely Dan Brittain.
Never been called lovely. I almost wore that same outfit tonight. Wouldn't I have looked silly? I couldn't have said that if we were in Ferndale. Somebody would have come up to me after the show like, are you making fun of cross-dressers? I'd be like, a little bit. Sorry. Keep it going for Robin. Robin and Jason, the first family of comedy in Southeast Michigan. All right, enough about you guys. Tell you a little about myself. My name is Dan. I'm married. Thank you for that awkward silence. I got married pretty young. I was 42. We were just a couple of crazy kids with early arthritis and a mutual love of mulch. I don't want to say exactly how old I am, though. I will say this. I got a snowblower about 4 years ago, and I got a really good deal on it, and I'm still excited. I'm so old that when I got booked for this show, I started tracking the weather and the parking situation like 2 weeks out. Starts at 7. I could be up till 9:30 or 10. It's ridiculous. Can't keep up with this crazy lifestyle. I did realize, though, I look a little older than I thought I did. I was talking to this other comedian, and I told her after I graduated high school, I went in the Army, and I'd been stationed in Korea for a while. And she said, oh, Korea, were you in the war? I said, the Korean War? That happened 70 years ago? Yes, I was. I fought at Gettysburg as well, my dear. Freedom isn't free. That Korean War girl I work with, she's one of these loud sneezers, like violently loud, like somebody that sneezes and you're like, God bless you, might not cover it. We need to get a priest over here. It's demonic. It's just a pet peeve of mine. You know, I broke up with a girl that was a loud sneezer. I couldn't take it. But then she liked to blow other guys. But the sneezing was unbelievable. It's a deal breaker. I was telling that one at a show once, and this lady in the front like leaned over to her friend, and she was like, "That's funny," which is the comedy equivalent of somebody in the middle of sex saying, "This feels nice." I'm sleepy. Back to marriage, though. One of my aunts and uncles, we got an invitation. They were supposed to be renewing their vows, their wedding vows. I was like, wow, I didn't know they expired. I didn't know there were optional term limits. My wife and I, we went medieval with ours to the death. Yeah, you got the balls to the death. Last one standing wins. I won. That got dark. For some people, though, that's not long enough till death do us part. I was hanging out at the cemetery because I'm kind of goth, and couples buried next to each other. It says "together forever." They're like, "Till death do us part." What are you, afraid of commitment? Together forever, together infinity. I hate those vows, though. I'm not a big fan of the whole wedding ceremony. You know. My least favorite part is when they do the little thing where, like, somebody has a jar of sand and they combine the sand, or they both have liquid, like they're putting on a magic trick, you know? Watch me bring these two people together and make their sex lives disappear. Magic. My wife and I did a more non-traditional symbol thing, though. I was holding a hot dog and she was holding a bun. Lady in the Tramp that. Thanks for coming out, too. I'm happy to see places like this still around. You know, a lot of places didn't do good after the lockdown. Some places did really good, though. You know, I was at Costco. Those bastards cleaned up. I went in there when it was already, like, empty. You just grab whatever you can. I had, like, a mini keg of Tylenol and a 10-pound can of tuna. Like, I guess we're good. Yeah, Tylenol PM. Shit, I'm gonna be asleep for a year. I do like Costco though. A lot of older folks go to Costco. That always surprises me though. Buying in bulk near the end of your life, really? I seen an older guy. He had to be like 97, 98. You know, he's kind of hunched over. He had a walker. He was buying a box of 20 light bulbs. It's like, that's optimistic. My money's on the light bulbs. I've never had people drive into my show before. Hey, how's it going, silver car? Welcome. Where's your fucking ticket? Drink service back there. What would really be bad is if somebody left right now and just honked and flipped me off. Like, I'm 94 and I do plan on outliving those light bulbs, you dirty bastard. Ridiculous. Costco kind of markets, though, aggressively to old folks, too, though. I think they crossed the line when they started selling coffins. It's a little in your face about getting old, isn't it? Welcome to Costco, old timers. Say you look like you could use a coffin. Fuck you. Just here for my light bulbs. I'd say getting somebody a Costco coffin is kind of a final FU to them, isn't it? Let's see, I gotta get one of those 100 rolls of toilet paper, 50 avocados in case I want to open a Mexican restaurant this weekend. Oh yeah, and Grandpa's coffin, because screw him. Only room for one Korean War vet in this family. I'll stop talking about coffins. It's getting dark. You guys having fun though tonight? This is good. These people are taking forever to get up here. It's all right, take your time. We've got other comics. I'm a filler. Jason was up here too. That's right, put your phone down, you son of a bitch. I see some older guys in the crowd. What is it like once you turn 45, all the information a doctor gets out of you is in your butt? What's up with that? I could go in there with a sprained ankle. He'd be like, oh yeah, that looks bad. Why don't you drop your shorts, bend over, and let me take a little looky-loo? To you guys that haven't had that done, there's going to be a second before it happens where you're like, I'm going to do this kind of manly. No, you're not. It's best just to own it. Just kind of like, I role play. I like it. Me llamo es Esteban. You are coward, Miyagi. I don't know. I just try to make it as awkward as possible whenever you can. I'm going to do one more and I'm going to get out of here. Oh, thank you. We got a new lady at work, and I was telling one of my coworkers, I'm like, I think she's really working out good. She's going to be a good worker. And he's like, yeah, she's got a really bad resting bitch face, kind of like what Robin was talking about. And I'm like, that's really rude. You know, you never hear about guys talked about like that, resting bitch face. Most guys have resting murderer face. At least resting sex offender face. Wasn't me. I didn't take my dick out at the pool. I like when they catch the sex offender, though, and they have, like, the mug shot, and people are always like, oh, he just looks like a creep. I'm like, that looks like every fucking guy I work with. I work at a church. My name is Father Daniel Brittain. Thank you so much.